Good evening and welcome to this August 17th meeting of the Paducah Planning and Zoning Commission. I ask that you join us as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Summer, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Benberry, Commissioner Bradford, Commissioner Morrison.
Here.
Commissioner Pollard.
Here.
Commissioner Schramke.
Here.
Commissioner Wade.
Here.
Chair Casillas.
Here. Ms. Schramke, I believe you have the minutes motion.
I do. I move that the reading of the minutes for August 3rd, 2020 be waived and that the minutes of said meeting as prepared by the secretary be approved as written.
Second.
Second by Pollard. Are there any corrections, additions? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Schramke.
Aye.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard.
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Mr. Wade, you have the first item of business, which is the URCDA continued petition. I believe you have a motion to remove that from the table first, and then the actual motion.
Yes, I move that the URCDA remove from the table case number SOA 2019-144 pertaining to 520 Harahan Boulevard.
Second.
Second by Pollard. Are there any questions? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard.
Aye.
Commissioner Schramke.
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Now, just to remind us, because it's been a little over a year since this was actually proposed, Mr. Wade, would you actually read the motion that was tabled?
I will. I move that the URCDA determine the property located at 520 Harahan Boulevard is surplus property. I further move that the bid of $500 for the property is accepted. I further move that the property be transferred to Jenny Chapman, subject to the standard clause applied in the Fountain Avenue redevelopment area, stating that the property would revert back to the city if the owner fails to comply with the submitted proposal and is substantially complete with the project within 2 years.
Second.
I believe it's already been.
It has.
It's all right. That's okay. Is there anyone here to speak in favor or in opposition to the motion? We have had quite a bit of input from the planning department, and I believe that the main reason for the holdup was for some financing, which I believe they've secured now. Is that correct, Mr. Summer?
It's in the packet, yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is correct.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments concerning this item? And call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard.
Aye.
Commissioner Schramke.
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Ms. Pollard, you have the 508 Harahan Boulevard
Yes, ma'am.
petition.
I move that the URCDA determine the property located at 508 Harahan Boulevard is surplus property. I further move the bid of $325 for the property is accepted. I further move the property be transferred to Brian S. Wells, subject to the submittal of the additional documents as indicated on the bid from within 30-day bid form within 30 days, and the standard clause applied in the Fountain Avenue redevelopment area, stating the property would revert back to the city if the owner fails to comply with the submitted proposal and substantially complete the project within 2 years.
Second.
Second by Wade. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the petition?
Chairman Casillas,
Yes.
I do not believe either bidder is represented here on this call. So I just wanted to explain to the URCDA members that staff was in the unusual position to receive 2 bids literally on the same day for this piece of property. And they were both very good bids. And as you are aware, this is located within the redevelopment area of Fountain Avenue. And so with that, there is a very specific criteria that we are trying to accomplish. And both applications, both bids, fulfilled that redevelopment goal. The bid that we are recommending to go forward would be on behalf of the second bidder, Mr. Wells, because of the preference for owner-occupied housing. As I mentioned, both bids are very solid, and if Mr. Wells's bid and subsequent activity did not go forward, we would be ready to accept the second bidder from Boss Management. But with that, I did want to explain those 2 bids and the reason why we chose one over the other, because it was they were very, very close. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
The information we received was pretty thorough.
Since the main decisioning factor is the owner-occupied nature, would the reversion clause that we place in that be covered by in the case where the winning bidder did not occupy the property?
The way it is handled is they have to maintain ownership and occupancy for 5 years, and if they do not, then basically they have to pay back the incentive that is given to them.
Okay, so there is some teeth to them being owner occupants.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other questions or comments? It was a good question. If there are no other questions or comments, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Commissioner Shramky,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. That concludes our URCDA items of business for this evening. Now we're moving along to Planning Commission items. Our first item of business was a continued petition. Unfortunately, the petitioner has not submitted the information that we asked them to submit at our last meeting. So, Josh, I talked to Josh about this, and he felt like he needed to make contact with the petitioner to see what happened and why he didn't submit the information. So I would entertain a motion that we continue this item of business to our next meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Schramke, second by Wade. Are there any comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Schramke,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Ms. Schramke, you have the 5269 Hinkleville Road rezoning.
I do. I move that this commission adopt a resolution approving the Highway Business District, HBD, for property located at 5269 Hinkleville Road. I further move the following findings of facts be adopted. The annexation area is at the edge of the Regional Trade Center of Paducah/McCracken County. There have been major changes of an economic, physical, or social nature within the area involved, including a shopping development, new restaurants, and new retail. The HBD is appropriate because it mimics the existing development pattern, which is automobile-oriented and is supportive of future commercial development. The proposed HBD would allow for new commercial development, which in turn provides jobs, new commercial development, and helps to further solidify the importance of the Regional Trade Center as a whole. I further move the above findings of fact be made in accordance with KRS 100.213. I further move that one access point be provided at the current ingress-egress point to the east in order to mitigate traffic accidents and alleviate traffic on Hinkleville Road.
Second.
Second by Pollard.
This is the City of Paducah's application, actually, that goes along with an annexation that is currently taking place. On June 30th, ordinance number 2020-6-8640 was passed, which is an intent to annex ordinance, which encompasses 3 different parcels. This particular parcel contains a vacant structure right now, and it's right next to the new O'Reilly Auto Parts on Hinkleville Road. We felt that annexing in this particular piece of property would help to redefine the city limits in a way that would be more infill instead of continuing that leapfrog process that we've seen. We do feel that the Highway Business District is appropriate because the new developments in the area, mainly the new Menards, the Taco John's, the Culvers, all those new businesses along there. So we do expect this area to develop in the same fashion. One of the items that was mentioned on there as well was the point of ingress and egress that is right at the property line to the east that you can see on the pictures in your staff report. We feel that there needs to be a minimum number of curb cuts there to make sure there's not traffic coming and going. We don't want another Lone Oak Road. So that is where we are trying to have some foresight to that off at the pass.
This is a public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the motion? Is there anyone who would like to speak against the motion? Are there any comments or questions from the commission?
Did this require a traffic study or?
No, not at this time. We generally don't get into those until we actually have a proposal.
Okay.
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Schramke,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade, Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Ms. Pollard, you have the 6215 Blandville Road. item?
I move that this commission adopt a resolution approving the R4 high-density residential zoning classification for property located at 6215 Blandville Road. I further move that the following findings of fact be adopted. The dog kennel building is screened from the townhomes via natural vegetation. The dog kennel building cannot be seen from Blandville Road, as it is located down a hill and behind the existing home. A church campus provides a buffer from residential uses on the east and north sides of the lot. The business of a dog kennel, dog grooming, and veterinary office is currently existing. I further move the findings of fact be made in accordance with KRS 100.213. I further move that the kennel building shall not have any future enlargements in size or capacity. I further move that the kennel building be 100% screened by vegetation from the townhomes in perpetuity.
Second.
Second by Schramke. Again, this is a public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the motion? Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to the motion? Are there any comments or questions from the commission? If there are no comments, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Commissioner Schramke,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Mr. Wade, you have the Market House Theater of Paducah item of business.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Market House Theater of Paducah, Kentucky, Inc. for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 120, 122, and 126 Market House Square and 121 Maiden Alley. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and that a dedication of streets be given and that approval of the submitted plat file dated July 28, 2020 be granted.
Second.
Second by Morrison.
This is Jet Wood with BFW. If you have any questions about the survey, I'd be glad to answer those for you. And Mr. Cochran is online also to answer any details in regards to the what they're expecting to do back in the courtyard.
I didn't get to see the setup for when they had the summer theater, but it looked really interesting, and it certainly solves a problem for the theater, being able to have some outdoor presentations.
I agree. I think the expansion into the outside was very smart. Good job, Michael.
Thank you. It's reset back again. So if you drive by, it'll be up for the next couple of weeks, the temporary setup back there.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments, especially for Michael since he's here?
And this is Chris Jones, the architect.
Hi.
This is pretty routine. We have a project over about 4 different pieces of property, and it crosses property lines. And so we just want to abolish the lines under the buildings.
You all are making lemonade out of lemons with everything going on.
True.
And with some foresight rather than having a problem later. Very good.
Are there any other comments or questions? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Commissioner Schramke,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. Ms. Shramke, you have or Mr. Morrison, did I give you this item to read?
No, I think you gave it to me, Kathy, on 141 Stuart Nelson Park.
Yes, please.
Okay. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Charles Clark and Steve Musselman for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 141 Stuart Nelson Park Road. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given, and that approval of the submitted plat, file dated July 28, 2020, be granted. I further move that one point of ingress-egress be permitted for both parcels.
Second.
Second by Wade. Are there any comments or questions?
Staff did have one additional comment on this plat, which is shown in the motion for the one point of ingress and egress. And the reason for
I think
that.
the way I understood the part.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason for that is because on the east side of Stuart Nelson Park Road, there is a ton of curb cuts. So we're trying to have some foresight as well to head curb cuts off along there as well.
That's a really narrow road. And so the fewer curb cuts you can have, the better off you're going to be traffic-wise. I'm also glad to see that they are adding some
Other plans for this lot? Just out of curiosity.
I believe the 50-foot lot is intended.
that they're adding some right-of-way.
Yeah, 50-foot lot is intended to be future right-of-way for a potential multifamily development in the back. But we don't know 100% sure that is going to happen. They're just getting their ducks in a row in case it does happen.
Any other comments or questions? Are there comments or questions? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Shramke,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Okay.
Chair Crecilius.
Aye. Is there any other business to come before the commission tonight? If not, we are adjourned at 6:04.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.